What the fuck is up? Higher point of view here. It is your West Coast Packer backer. Here to discuss. We're going to talk about some undrafted free agents, y'all. The boring shit. So, hey, this is for my nerds out there, you know. Hey, shout out to TR. And then I said us nerds, you know, so this is with all due respect. You know, not everybody like to be looking at undrafted free agents, but I'm doing this for y'all because there's a lot of real ones who be in the comments who know about this Packer life. So we're going to talk about two undrafted free agents that I think we should keep our eye on, that I think they actually have a chance to make the motherfucking roster. So also shout out to my boy Disney Happiness, okay? And shit, I guess Disney land or wherever is supposed to be the happiest place on earth. A fact about them, did y'all know you can't die at Disneyland no matter what, bro? You could be on a ride and have a heart attack and die on a ride, bro. They're gonna pull your ass to this side street they got over there that is not a part of Disneyland's address, and they're gonna let your ass die over there. So you cannot die in the happiest place on earth. Ain't that a bitch? That's facts too. But let's motherfucking get to it. We're going to talk about two people. We're going to talk about first, edge rusher. He was a linebacker in college. Chauncey Monac. I want to say Manic, but I believe it's pronounced Monac. Of course, at this point, we're dealing with project players, y'all. Hey, Pop Rocks. Hey, yesterday I was on the live, bro, with Big Nate and them, with the gang and all that, bro. I was stoned out of my mind, bro. This is some fire here. Hey, I went straight in the house and went to sleep, bro. I had shit to do. I had videos to do yesterday and all that, but my ass went to sleep, nigga. This shit's some fire, so let me slow down a bit. Shout out to all my people out there. But let's get to business. So, he's a raging Cajun. He was a linebacker in college. He's probably going to be an edge rusher, which is fine. I'm looking at these two to make the roster because we need edge rushers, bro. After Preston and Rashawn, like, it's slim pickings. What you got? Tipa, Garvin, JJ gonna be in there, but like that's why we could probably get another one as a free agent because that's kind of why we got Merciless last year. And I wish Merciless would have came back. You know, I know he's retired now, but I thought he could have still gave us something. He was just only getting better when he came. He didn't even know the system, but he came and made an impact. But back to this young kid, the raging Cajun. Watch out for him, y'all. One thing I'm gonna nitpick about, one thing I'm gonna say about his game is his hand game is whack, okay, y'all? He just doesn't use his hands properly. He doesn't use them the way that he can. Kind of like Rashawn Gary. Hey, last year, Rashawn Gary, not last year, but when he was coming out, hey, he had that straight bull rush and nothing else. But now you can see he has a few moves in his arsenal. So, again, we are the draft and develop team. So hopefully this guy can make the roster because we need depth, at the edge rusher. It was such a dream and great to have, at least it was only one game, but Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, and fucking Za'Darius to have that kind of rotation going. That's why we did so good in that game. So we're going to need to find another guy who's going to give these guys a breather, not just give them a breather, but make an impact on the game. This guy here, hey, you want to hear about a few flashy stats this motherfucker done had? He done got 4 sacks in the game before. And I don't care where you are, where you playing. You get 4 sacks in the game. After the first 2, motherfuckers are going to try the game plan for you. So for him to get 4 sacks in the game is amazing. His last year with Louisiana, 10 and a half sacks. Bro, you don't get in there that much without some kind of talent or skill. And to see that he's getting in there like that without his hand work that we going to work with him on, that Coach Montgomery going to work with him on, I think he might be a hidden gem. And people want to talk about his size. They say undersized, but what, 6'3" and some change? Bro, that's 6'4" in cleats, 250. Bro, when you're a receiver, NFL adds 10 to 15 pounds to you. So them linemen, them big boys, they might add a dub on him, so he going to be okay as far as the size. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to be careful with this, y'all. So, yeah. And probably the most important game he had in his career was in a championship game. Now, I know he went to Louisiana, whatever, so, it wasn't no Sugar Bowl or no Rose Bowl or no Orange Bowl, Toilet Bowl or whatever the fuck it was he was playing in, but he got, he had 2 sacks, a tackle for loss, let me not get the line. Like, he got 5 tackles. I think 2 of them was for loss, 1 sack, and a forced fumble. In that, hey, that's a championship game, bro. So that just shows that in the biggest game of his career, he brought it and he came with it. So we got to give him that. And then again, we need more depth. We need somebody to rotate. I know we got JJ. We drafted him, but I think him and JJ got pretty much the same kind of upside because this guy was highly scouted before he got, to college. So he got some kind of talent, but, sometimes, all the scouts and shit is slowed down when they start seeing him playing. Most of it is because, again, his handwork he gets stuck sometimes, but he does know how to rush the quarterback, and we need that. We're going to teach him the rest of the shit. So he is one sleeper that can make the roster, y'all, as an undrafted free agent. The second one I'm going to go with is Tyler Goodson, running back out of Iowa. Now, he broke the record at Iowa for freshmen as far as rushing yards, and this motherfucker can catch. Matt LaFleur likes backs who do it all. Hey, I forgot, what's the dude name, 27, our running back we got? What's that motherfucker name? I don't know, Taylor. I forgot that motherfucker name, but he's more of kind of like a one-trick pony, Hey, straight up and downfield. This guy, Goodson, he's like I don't know if I'm going to stop saying this, but people make it like a bad thing. He's like a poor man's Aaron Jones. 5'9", 208 pounds. He's around the same kind of size as him, but he is not as explosive as Aaron. But one thing about this kid, Goodson, I will tell you guys about, there's nothing that he does bad. Now, he doesn't do something extraordinary. There's not one thing in his game that's like, oh, he just does this at an impressive clip, but he does everything very good. And I think that's going to transfer. And another thing, in traffic, when there's dudes and arms around him trying to get the tackle, this motherfucker breaks tackles, man. So I've seen it enough. Every year he got better, bro. With rushing, every year every year he played, rushing yards went up, and so did his receiving yards. And seeing that he could receive, again, we need that in our offense. AJ, Aaron Jones, both of them can catch out of the backfield and run. They can both do whatever you want them to. Kylan Hill can do whatever you want him to. This guy's not even explosive as a Kylan Hill, but Kylan Hill is explosive. And the reason this kid might have a shot is because Kylan Hill's coming off of that nasty injury. Goddamn, how many of them injuries we gonna have? These guys had the same injury. Elton Jenkins, David Bakhtiari, Kylan Hill. Shit, it might be one more. So we wish you a speedy recovery, Kylan Hill, but Packers, we like to take our time with shit. So this Goodson kid might have a shot to make the roster, y'all. He can do it all. And again, he ain't extravagant in nothing, but he does everything well, or some things very well. So be on the lookout for him. He might be able to make the roster. So those are the 2 guys I'm looking at, y'all. If it's anybody else y'all think of note that I should really take a look at, you know what I'm saying? As far as undrafted free agents, because now, all that play shit is over with. Training camp really going to start within a few weeks or whatever the fuck it is. So it's really going down now. It ain't no voluntary shit going on right now. So motherfuckers is about to start being cut. We're about to start hearing about names. People going to get cut from other teams. We might be able to pick them up. So, but these are 2 guys we can look at that I think may make the roster. One due to injury, because we're not just going to go in there with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Again, one of them motherfuckers might get hurt. You need 3 running backs for sure. That's probably the most physical and damage-taking position in the game. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to need another running back over there. So that's why I think this Goodson can make it. He can do everything. And then on the other side, as far as rusher, again, this motherfucker got 10 sacks, bro. Although, in one game he got 4 sacks in the game. So we need that kind of talent. Again, we can teach you the rest, bro. We just need you to come out there and give us that burst, Again, nothing, even on him, as far as Chauncey, as far as him, nothing just jumps off as soon as you see him, oh my God. But, he's a good player, bro. One of the best players on his team. So just look at the stat line of the game where he got 4 sacks, or look at the stat line in that championship game he played in, and that motherfucker just went crazy. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. And just what the fuck is up, everybody? Shout out to my people, bro. I'm gonna miss some of y'all. I told y'all I'm on this shit. This shit fire. Shout out to Gooseby. Shout out to Like That 12. Shout out to Freddie Roper. Shout out to Exalted Georgia Alberigny or Alberigne. Hey, shout out to my girl Rachel Storm, or is it Rochelle Storm? I like those. Hey, tomato, caramel, like how do y'all call it? But shout out to y'all. Thanks for y'all support all the time. And then we gonna have a motherfucking fun year, bro. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to the whole Pack Attack, Packer fan of Vegas, KCV, Big Nate, AJ. What's happening? You know, shout out to everybody, bro. And yeah, man, we're gonna have a fun year, man. We're gonna win together, we're gonna lose together, we're gonna talk about this shit. Shout out to Crocodile Dundee. Shout out to hold up.